Hello and welcome to today's stream. Just getting my mic sorted out and my lights and everything. So I thought, because I'm doing some video diaries of this castle build. It's on this camera. Don't need to do it on twice. Yep, you can see that. So, welcome to the stream today. I am basically going to build this castle on live stream because it is going to take forever, and I am only on bag 5 and I just started about 2 weeks ago because I've been doing other builds, had various things on, etc, etc, so it just doesn't get done. But I'm really excited to get this one built because this castle just looks awesome. I mean, look at the box, it's wicked. I can't wait. Can't wait to see it in flesh. And I did go to a little event the other day and I picked up the, I'll put it there, I'll put it in front of here as well, the Forestman's Hideout, which was the gift with purchase, which is one thing I regret, that I didn't buy this castle originally when it first came out. I wanted to, I actually hit a pothole with the car on the day I was heading towards the Lego shop, and it was a bit like, don't know if the council are actually going to pay out for that, and they didn't. Even though it was a giant hole which was unavoidable, they didn't pay out, so thanks to the council. Anyway, enough about that. Lego, let's do Lego. Yeah, so I didn't buy the castle. In the end I got it for Christmas as a joint birthday Christmas gift, and so now I'm building it and it's wicked. I love this. So I'm just getting, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just checking my lights, checking that everything can be seen, everything's in focus. I don't know how well you can see that on there because I'm messing with the settings and I've got my own camera in front. I've just realised my light's in front of my face. Can I risk having that further back? Can I add some more top lighting? Yes, although he looks so dark with that bit. I love the minifigures that have come with this. Right, I'm going to take those out because although they look awesome, I don't want them in for the build. Lego rustling sound. Let's check what sound came through. And here are the bags. Bag 5. Where am I going to do this today? Let's do it here. I'm also going to do it on video opening because I'm trying to do a bit of a vlog. I don't really know. I'm going to be honest, I don't quite know what I'm doing here. But essentially, I'm trying to just make it fun again. Bit of a vlog of everything coming together in this one. I did build the UCS Falcon several years ago, before COVID. Oh, why did I do that? I don't normally mix my parts. Oh well. Good luck, Mr. Lego Brick. You have just committed a sin. Right, let's move all of that lot over. We've got any little parts. Another little bag of parts. My floor is honestly absolutely covered with Lego bags at the moment. I need to get a new bin in here. It got stolen. Went to one of the other rooms of the house and now I don't have a bin in here. Oh, this is cool. So, what camera should I go to? I'll go to this camera. Can you see that? Yep. These little bricks are too high. So it did mention it in the somewhere in the instructions, but if you look, they're not a plate, they're not a brick, they're too high, which is really, really cool and would have been really good for the Sonic set that I built a little while ago. Oops, I'm still recording. Did not realise that. Oh well. Right, I'm actually gonna get this up as well. There we go. Just in case anybody chats to me, I have got the live chat. In case anybody is watching, I have got the live chat with me as well. And now I've got the instructions over here. So where are we going? So Bit of insight into how I do this. I often look through the instructions first and I see what's going to happen, simply because it makes it a lot easier later on if you find that as you're working through they suddenly turn around and do a different part of the build or something else. This looks fairly linear. Yeah, bag 6. Oh, we get some cool minifigures in bag 6. I doubt I'll get to bag 6 today. If there's something interesting on the instructions as well, I might just flick to them. I really annoyingly could actually do with another camera for live streaming, I've worked out. Because it'd be lovely to have the instruction. Whoa, I've gone way too far back. Why is my bookmark there? Yes, I am using a bookmark in a Lego instructions. Right, so we're going to build the outside of the castle first, turn it round, and then build the inside of, I think this looks like a banquet hall. Now, I've purposely not sort of left it from anything from last time there's not really anything that happened, if that makes sense. So this is going to be a simple transition from, just going to get that lighting up there. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a line on my, it's really actually really annoying. So I've got this line here on my, I've got 2 rolls of paper which are 500 wide each, and they cross over. Oh, and I've got a slight edge in there, but it just, getting them perfectly joined is really annoying, but at the same time getting them in line is also really annoying. Right, I had some blue tack. Where's my blue tack gone? So if you're ever doing stop motion, the first thing to do is stick down your set, because it will move. It will look awful if it moves. And so I guess to explain, I was quite interested in getting into stop motion quite a few years ago actually. I did a little Western shootout sort of stop motion. Now I'm going to place these in some 3 points of the set just to keep it in place. Normally I do 3 or 4. I'm going for where the joins are just because it makes it a bit easier. But yeah, so a few years ago I was doing, let's have a look at this. It's going the whole lot, so I'm going to just do the whole lot. The good thing is, in post-production I take these pictures in 4K and I can zoom in and out and mess around and do a lot of different stuff to make it a bit more interesting for you watchers. But so what I was saying is, a few years ago I was really interested in stop motion. I was doing a lot of Western builds, that sort of thing, and I just decided so I was doing a little stop motion with a Western build with my, if you look at some of my early ones, the actual builds, I did that, but I did this little shootout thing. I only did it on my phone because I didn't have anything at the time to do it properly on. How tall are we going? It's another thing I always check, is it going to fit in once I build up and up and up. Yeah, so I was doing this Western build, sorry I keep jumping away from it, and it was a Western shootout. I'll put that light right in front of me again, haven't I? Oh well. Do a Western shootout. I never put any sound to it, but it looks quite cool. I might, it's got a branding on it, a pick pack or whatever stop motion software at the time I used on my phone. So I'm not too happy with it, and it's only in like 1080p. I don't think it's even 1080, I think it's like 720. So it's not great. However, I might release that at some point, but I might redo it and make it cooler because I don't feel great about it. I think the actual stop motion is pretty cool from what I remember. But anyway, my point. I did stick down the sets there, but I've watched a lot of stop motion since, trying to get ideas for this channel for things I want to do. And yeah, I've basically seen some, I'm not going to say awful because that's not fair, because people try their best. Let's be honest. If you're going to make something like this, you're trying your best. It just might not be up to a standard that I would expect, that I would be happy with releasing. I mean, I've sort of looked back at some of my original videos. I'm not necessarily happy with them, but it's when two things I would say really hurt stop motion. One is light flicker, which I get every now and then a little bit, and when I do, oh my god, I hate it so much. No, I can't ruin one of my videos because if you see it, it will be awful. But I've had the odd video where I've had a bit of light flicker, and it's not obvious. It's more certain colours seem to pick up the light and flicker against the colour, if that makes sense. So the colour will suddenly go light and dark. Which again is, like I said, really, really annoying. Let's get that a bit more straight. So what I'm doing, yep, so light flicker is really annoying. And I've seen a few videos of that when I've been, because I really get quite interested in different people's stop motion and how they've done it. So today I've got a monitor over there with this camera on there, so I'm looking all over the place, and I've got the iPad down there. Nobody's watching, doesn't matter. Because this channel is still growing and this is very late at night, so let's be honest. I was planning on starting about 2 hours ago. I've had a daughter who's feeling sick, a wife who's feeling sick, and then sorting everything out. So yeah, didn't get very far. Didn't get here very early, and I had to watch Mandalorian because I haven't seen that yet. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try something here. So that clicks in, that pushes down a little bit, and then that goes down. And then a brick. There. I think I mentioned this previously, probably my last live build. New Lego bricks are really annoying to stick down. Did that take? Let's check. It did. So with some of the older Lego bricks I have, they will just stick. You put them down, they stay down. If you put them on top of, if you put them on top of the studs, they will stay in place. But new Lego bricks, I'll try and demonstrate it here. If I put it on, it just will not stay. And if I put it down a little, oh, it's going to stay. It wanted to prove me wrong. But quite often I've done it where I put them down and then they just pop straight back up. Or they fly off in a random direction. Forever to be lost between cabinets and... Yeah, here we go. So this one, if I try and push it down only a little way, it will pop up. So sometimes it's easier to actually push it down. Not gonna work, not gonna work. No, I can't take that, that's not far enough up. Oh, well. Just make sure it's really obviously pushed down. Right, that's there, that's there, that's there. I can't believe I'm doing like one bag. So, another thing I try to do, apart from not incorrectly building, there we go. is build a section at a time. So whereas the book will put down a whole layer around here, I'm not. I'm putting this down all in this corner for now, building it up, and then I'll move across when I need to, or the build dictates that I have to. So back to stop motion, two things that really ruin it: light flicker and movement. There's nothing worse than when you see a really nice, what could be a really nice video, and then I'm saying like light flicker, and I can see light flicker. I've got my big light on. Ew. Oh well, I'll have to stay on now. Right, so what's happening here? Is this as high as we're going today? Right, going one more up, so yeah, and movement really for me, it makes, I mean, I don't get seasick or anything like that, but if you see it moving, when the whole set's moving when you're trying to build it, it's just really off-putting. And I know sometimes it works, but I see it with quite a few people who have a go at this stop motion. It just wibble wobbles everywhere. It's really, it just doesn't look nice. So if you're going to do this, please stick down your sets, because it's the only way that you're going to not have lots and lots and lots of movement. That one. Do 3 movements for this one. So I like to change the speed up every now and then of the bricks. And what I mean by that is sometimes bricks will go down 1 at a time, sometimes they'll go down 2 at a time. Sometimes the bricks will go down with 2 pushes, so you're on top and then you push. Sometimes like that one, it will go 1, 2, 3, like you'll have one side goes down and the next side goes down. So it just makes it interesting. It keeps it a bit more entertaining. Right. So what happens here? That's the previous back. Come back too far. Times 2. This is cool. So these are two high bricks, are they? Yep. And we're putting some of these in. So we squish down. Squish down. Squishy. Put that plate there. So I think this is going to be a little archer's hole. They have a proper name and I cannot think of it at this time of night. Which is terrible really, because apart from A, I did history, B, I really like castles, and C, I definitely have looked this up on Wikipedia multiple times, but my brain is not telling me what I should be thinking right now. Oh, what is that? That's a cool part. I don't think I've ever had one of those before. Might be due to my Lego gap, but that is quite a cool architectural piece. And there's 2 of those. So let's click that, lift that, Put that down and then put that back on top. Tricks of the trade. And one of the bricks. There we go. Oh, that's cool. So, is there something there behind that? Yeah, so again, not building in order with the instructions. I am going to place this one here. And this, so this is a bit of what I was saying earlier. It's going to come in about 3 or 4 steps, this one, just so it looks, it breaks up the build ever so slightly. Now here's your 2 high bricks, randomly. Is it? It is. Oh, it's gonna have a plate on top, I see. So not only, I should have said this earlier, when I was talking about the not letting your set move, not just not letting your set move, it's not letting your camera move. So I don't know if you'll spot it, every now and then I tap the camera to unlock it, which I really should not do. There we go. Right. Just going to get a bit of a speed run on here for a few minutes. And I'll talk a bit more about the techniques as I go. I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to do that on the other side. I really should have put that monitor that side and then I could see what's going on. Right. Back to the other side. Back to the future. Now that is a set I really want to get. It's the DeLorean. I was thinking, because I've just had my birthday, if you want to check out my birthday cake, it was a Lego build. Trying to squeeze in any promotion of all my sets. Oh, what is that? That's cool. So I'm probably giving people epilepsy, I've just realised, by having this as the full screen. But that's what somebody said to me they'd quite like to see. There's the full screen of the camera. Sorry, I need to take a picture like once every 30 seconds, so. But if this is unwatchable, please tell me. Because I'm trying to find new and interesting things to do on the channel. I've got too many ideas at the moment that I'm not getting around to producing. Partly because I've got this giant build that I want to do. Which is a good point actually. Please tell people about the channel. If you're enjoying it, at least, I should say. Of course you are. You're watching me right now building Lego, which can't be the most interesting thing, but I like seeing the stop motions of these. I'm trying to chat a bit and make it a bit interesting, but I'm also trying to focus. So. Cool. What I really need is a parts organizer. Someone, an actual person, to organise all the parts for me as I'm building. Looking ahead in the manual, no, because that's the thing, it wouldn't work, would it? love to know whether Lego designed this style of like the walling on the castle, or whether it was somebody's mock, or was it like, because this is awesome and I see it in a lot of mocks and I can't find, I should have a look for all the castles and work out when it first appeared, but my assumption is somebody mocked it and then Lego essentially stole it. They didn't steal it, did they? They just borrowed. All Lego ideas are just ideas, aren't they? You see someone do it and then you're like, oh, I never thought of doing that before. I mean, when you look at Lego sets from like the 90s, a lot of the ones I had as a kid and the ones I'm building now, it's quite incredible difference between them, and I really want to see, so some sets I really want to see rebuilt. But yeah, that Back to the Future DeLorean, I really want to pick that up. I was half planning on spending my birthday money, which is where I was going earlier with my birthday set. So I got a birthday cake, which was a Lego set, one of my birthday presents. So that obviously got built and I put a happy birthday tune to it. So that's a short and a video, so if you want to send it to your friends, feel free to wish them happy birthday with Lego. See, I'm not sold on this castle so far is actually the brickwork, because it's too symmetrical so far, I'd say. That's going to sound really strange, but if you look, if you're building per the instructions, all these bricks are facing outwards, like so. And to me, that's not how it should be. It should be more random. I've done something wrong. How badly wrong have I gone? I haven't. It's fine. Panic already over. I'm just not getting my layers right today. Did I just push the whole... Oops. It's late. It's like 11. It's like almost half 11. It's fine. I was debating what to build tonight or what to do, or because like I said, I've got a lot of ideas. I've got some stop motion ideas I really want to get off the ground, but they're probably not. They're only going to be minute-long videos, and I've got the pieces. It's whether I do some background sets, which obviously part of that is then building the sets. Which if I do that, I have nothing potentially prepared for the channel. Now, I think this camera keeps... Yeah, every time I take a photo you get that really horrendous lines at the bottom. So if you are watching this at all, tell me what you think, because I'm probably going to change it at some point a bit, how I do these, but I haven't quite worked out the best way of streaming. This is only my second ever stream. And yeah, I'm just trying things at the moment, so any feedback is most welcome on the channel. I'm trying to just chat. It's quite strange just to talk while I do this. It's also quite strange that I mixed two bags together right at the start, which was a really silly thing to do. Also, is my voice loud enough? Because I might need to add some boost. Ah, there's one, there's two. Now, normally with these very samey builds, I generally start laying 2 pieces at once, just to speed the video up a bit, basically. I don't think I'm going to do that here. So, some technical information, if it's interesting. I produce my videos at 24 frames per second. Generally. No, all my videos I think have been 24 frames per second. The videos then become something a bit different. So if my original Lego video, my original stop motions were filmed at 24 frames per, were produced at 24 frames per second, but actually only shot at 6 frames per second. And so that means, if you can work it out in your head with all your maths, what I did, should I do this? Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to work out what I'm doing at the same time. For some reason I put an extra piece there. Right. Whenever I make a mistake, I put my hand in the way, I say I'm going backwards. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going backwards to that. And then I can pick it up in the editing. Post, whatever you want to call it. So, the reason I went back is because apart from I put the wrong brick down, I also can't see what's going on. So that would be totally pointless in anybody who actually wants to see what bricks are going where. Sometimes I check my focus as well. I'm not really doing that today much. There we go. I'm sure ages ago I said, oh, let's get a bit of a speed run on. I haven't got anywhere with that, have I? Yeah, let's build up this black corner first, and then. Sorry if I'm giving you epilepsy by going too fast. Epileptic fit. So yeah, what I was saying about, I shoot at 24 frames per second, but my original videos were 6 frames per second, so I quadrupled the frame, so it was shown multiple times each time. Hey there, how are you doing? I've replied on the chat, I don't know why I did that. I'll put that down there so I can actually see. I reckon you're very behind, because there's a bit of lag here. Really? Building Lego at 11 o'clock at night. Trying to work out why I've gone wrong. Have you got many sets? Right, let's get a bit of speed on as well. What sets have you got that are rare then? Don't know. I seem to have missed out on any rare sets really. I was too old for Star Wars. Car from someone who died. What car is it? Do you know? A Star Wars car? A ship? Done that bit wrong. Take that picture again. Slide that one in a couple. You paid £20 for it? Well, if it's rare and you only paid £20 and it's worth more, then it's a good buy. You can always look it up on BritLink. No problem. Right, what was I saying? Shooting at 24 frames per second, but originally only 6, but now I upped it to 12 frames per second for a little while. So I was doing essentially this, where you get the brick drops. It was still in reality only 6 frames per second of the build, but when it speed, sorry, I totally lost what I was saying. Totally gone. I'm gonna start again. What I was trying to say about the technique is if I build at 24 frames per second, if I film at 24 frames per second, sometimes I double up the frames. So every shot you see here will be shown twice. So essentially it becomes 12 frames per second. And that just keeps the speeds the same as my original builds, which keeps it nice. But then some of my more recent builds, to make them a bit more interesting and sped up, I've done at... Did I take a picture of that before? I'm now doing full 24 frames per second. Oh, Nissan, the one that's just come out, Nissan Skyline. That's quite cool. I want to get one of those, but yeah, they're not always in the Lego shop at the moment. The one near me had them sold out straight away. I'd quite like. I've got a couple of the. It's currently available, so it's not rare. The thing with that one is, it might be collectible in the future. Yeah, I buy a lot of sets. I buy 2 of everything almost. The thing with that set is it was quite highly demanded straight away, so a lot of people bought it. People have bought 2 or more, and not everybody's been able to get one yet. It will come back into the shops pretty soon if it's not already. I haven't. It'll be one of those I'll pick up probably towards the end of its life and build then, unless I get asked to build it on the channel. Yeah, those sets only last for a year or 2 before they get disconned, and then yeah, it depends on demand for the set. So I've got a few where I brought them in hope that they might go up in the future and have done nothing, and then some where they've gone up massively in value because they were rare for whatever reason. Oh yeah, definitely. It's Fast and Furious. People will love it. People will buy it. Right, one last bit to do on here is the greenery. If anything, I'd buy more than one. I'd buy more than two. Have a few boxed. Because anything Fast and Furious seems to go up a bit in price. From what I've seen anyway. Look, it needs to slide in. You gonna open it and build it as well? Why is it stressful? Oh, thanks. Try some of the older sets where they were basically spot the difference. They're hard to build. Right, I'm gonna start turning this around. Yeah, thanks. All the subscribers I can get, awesome. I'm trying to grow this channel so I get a few more views, a few more people interested in building sets this way. I'm doing, out of the same series as that Nissan Skyline, I'm actually doing James Bond's Aston Martin at some point, if you're interested in cars. That's, oh, I can't get out because my light's in the way. But I think that's going to be quite an awesome set, and that's one I'm hoping is going to be collectible. Someone said to me about TikTok, and I'm thinking of it. I've got a lot of stuff sat ready, essentially. Everything I've got on here, but I just haven't got around to doing it yet. There's about 1,000,000,001 ideas for this channel alone going around between me and my friends of what I should be doing. The plan was to be Friday nights, but the plan didn't work out yesterday. So it's tonight, and the plan didn't work out very well tonight, so it's really late because it was going to be Fridays at 9. But I've got a few different things that I'm going to do live. So I've got the set builds, I've got some Lego gaming I'm going to do as well, some retro Lego gaming, so I'm going to do some of that soon when I get a chance. And then lots and lots more videos in stop motion coming. Thanks. Yeah, that'll be good. Hopefully. I'm going to try and start doing Fridays. But I'll be posting on the community tab anyway to say when they're going up normally. I didn't want to commit tonight. Most likely 9 o'clock is what I'm aiming for. But time will tell. This is only the second time I've gone live. And it depends what builds I've got to do as well, partly. Or if it's going to be like something, different bit of content. Like I said, there's a lot in the work, like a lot of stop motions. So they sounds good. Yeah, join me. More and more people I can get watching, the better. and hopefully I'll be a bit more awake on a Friday night than middle of the night on a Saturday. It is Saturday, isn't it? This bit's quite cool. I think there's a piano coming soon. That's all right. Hope to see you again soon. So I think this bit is just laying a floor where I believe a grand piano is going. Or somebody on see you again, one of the Facebook groups I'm in said okay, I need to put a free brick there. It can't be a piano because they weren't invented till something like the 1700s, so it's some other kind of instrument. I'm not very good with instruments, I'll be honest. There we go, got someone came and chatted at least, and someone's working. I thought this was going to be done. I need to flick forward better in the instructions to see what's going on. Brown tube. The biggest problem with getting old is you cannot see where you've put your Lego. Should have offered to that person that I'd build the skyline for them. Yeah, so back to the frame rate. So I remember what I was talking about now. And it's, if you were watching back then and you're still watching, congratulations. I was completely thrown just there by someone actually talking to me. So with the frame rate, I'm trying. Hang on, I'm trying to find what bits I need. I don't know why I'm picking these up individually. I should just pick the whole load up at once. So what I was saying was I like to speed up and slow down the build sometimes, and sometimes I do 3 pictures at once. So it's, say for here, I might take a picture, push it down a little bit, take a picture. I'm not going to do it, and then take another picture, and that just slows the build down a bit. But I can also do that in post with the frame rate. It's a bit more, it's easier to do it now, but sometimes you look at something and think, oh, that really needs to be slowed down. So when I do the minifigure rotations, I actually generally slow those down a bit, because otherwise they're just a bit too quick, and it's, you can't always see what's going on, and sometimes the motion doesn't look quite right. And it depends how many minifigures I'm doing, but sometimes I cheat a bit and I move the arms and stuff more than I probably should. And then other times I fully commit and I take a ridiculous number of pictures to do one minifigure. It depends on the minifigure a bit as well, to be honest, because some of them I think they look really cool and they'll probably get a lot of views. I think I put a bit of effort into Vader the other day, but then some of them I know are just, people probably aren't that interested in them. I mean, tell me, what minifigures are you actually interested in? Because do you like the minifigures coming to life and being animated? Because that's what I'm trying to do, is make minifigures interesting to look at being built. And that seems so far on the channel seems to get a lot of views actually, and I've had quite a good amount of feedback about that. People saying it looks really cool or they look really good. I really like them. It's hard to know sometimes if people are being nice, especially if they're family and friends. So this is something I'm never sure about with Lego, modern Lego, I should say, is, oh, piano. Are we going to build the piano separate or are we going to build it on there? Right, so this is where I'm about. Can we see that? In the instructions, it's starting to build over here now. That's quite cool. Ooh. Ooh. But I'm going to completely ignore this side until I've done all of this side, and then I'll build this bit. I might even move the whole set round a tad. So I'm going to build the walls here. So 2 and a 3. Yep. Then, alright, just to get built up anymore after the piano comes in. Cannot decide. Let's do it. Let's build it in place. Sometimes you have to experiment. So this is supposed to go there. Okay, that makes some sense. And this is one of the things that I really like about stop motion, is actually the challenge of building something in place where Lego have told you to build it like separate. I don't always do this. Sometimes I build it separate, like I know some of the Christmas sets, there were presents, etc. But things like this can look pretty cool or can look pretty terrible. You tell me. I definitely should have kept the small bag separate because it's all mixed in, it's all hidden. Thankfully, these bags are really small. I'm actually shocked by how small a lot of these bags are. So 26 bags. I had to think then. Don't get me thinking in the middle of the night. I might build this separate at some point as well. 3 of these, yep. "26 bags, but 4,514 pieces in this set." I only know that because it's right next to my head. No, I'm a genius, really. What's that piece? It's that one there. but I think it works out something like 200 pieces per bag roughly. I did work it out ages ago and I cannot think what it is right now. Oh, challenging piece. Let's cheat. And this is why Lego don't want you to build in situ. Because they know you cannot get your little fingers in there. Interesting. That's quite cool. It's actually left, I don't know if you can see this, it's left a little opening in the piano, which is really, it's a silly detail. It's a silly thing to think of a detail, because you probably just look at that and think, oh, they haven't done it properly, but actually, I reckon that's on purpose to be part of the openness of the piano. Like when you open the lid, you have a little gap there, don't you, where all the strings go. Again, I'm not very musical, so I might just be talking utter rubbish here. I'm assuming it's like where all the music echoes and flows and makes noises. Someone correct me on what I should be saying. Right, big long one. Yeah, I'm gonna. So although I've done this, I might move it. Now here's something I was going to say earlier, or just thought of. So laying on this floor, something I'm not sure about really with modern Lego sets is why they insist on making everything so smooth and studless. I mean, I like the studless look, don't get me wrong, but there's a part of me which just says, just have the studs there so you can do some stop motion. That's the thing I hate, is I then try and do some stop motion and I can't because I have to use blue tack everywhere. Right, so now we're building up these walls again, and we're going to put an archway in. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to do that first, so it's really obvious it's there. So plate, brick. Let's do that. Again, just trying to work out. So one of the things when I'm doing stop motion I find is I'll see something which I think, oh, that looks quite interesting. Here we go, I'm doing 3 frames here instead of the usual 2, just so that it draws your eyes as you're watching to this point here. Because what I like to do is draw your eyes to things which are interesting. So let's think how we're going to do this. Because you cannot tell necessarily in the video that this is an arch piece. So I'm going to slowly turn it. So slowly. Not quite quite sure how that's going to look. But my idea there, I don't know if that will look any good. I might remove that in post. But my idea there is that it's something which is quite interesting. There's a little archway here just to make the stairs a bit more obvious, I guess. Take a photo, push down. But it looks... How long have we been going? 1 hour, 1 minute. I'm probably going to stop this stream fairly soon. But the bag is nearly done. So if you want to see more of these bags, tell me, because it's not, I'm going to be honest, it's not going to be the most interesting videos, but I'll try and add interesting elements like talking about pianos and rubbish like that where I have no idea. Or forgetting names of parts of castles which I probably should know about. Oh, we're adding some more archers. Let's do the archers. So this is cool. Going to put them down and then stand them up. And the brick. You know, I really love these little details. The only thing I'm not sure about is this isn't quite minifigure scale. Free between it all. Okay, so we've got that piece there. Now it's going to be the same on the other side, but I'm going to leave that off for now. Again, it's partly the whole building building away from the instructions thing. Just trying to keep the focus of the viewer in one place. We've got another set of stairs beginning here. Now this is something, so I did a bit of stop motion on the last section, just the baker walking, the cook, walking down into his cooking arena, also known as the kitchen. Cooking arena, that's quite ingenious, if I do say so myself. It's a log. Now, why would you have a log in such a place? There can be only one reason. Because we are about to build a fire. A fire which is actually only held in by 2 studs. And I have got the bit stuck. For God's sake. Right, I'm going to take a picture like that. And I'm going to get my brick remover and get this out. There we go. Didn't need to do that. Again, building in location. More interesting? Yes, no? Tell me what you think. Would you rather see this built as a separate little build on a white background? I mean, for the purpose of me building the YouTube channel, it could have been an advantage, because I could then do loads of shorts of it, and that reaches a lot wider audience. lurkers. Who's watching? One person. Hello to one person out there. I hope you enjoy me chat absolute drill. The bane of my life, a white part. So white itself is not terrible. It's a terrible Lego colour because it fades, it yellows, it looks horrendous half the time. It's a horrible colour for me because it's so bloody hard to get it right on camera. So the lighting, obviously, white reflects light. So when you set up all your lights, it's then horrible. There we go, that's quite cool. Might have straightened those at some point. And then two little tubes for flames. I'm not sure if I'm a bit disappointed by the fact they're using tubes as flames. I wonder, I need to have a look, see if anybody's done a lighting kit for this yet, and whether these light up. I bet they do, I hope they do. Oh, randomly got a tiny fly. No, I'm not going to make you famous, I'm not really that big. Little fly, I'm sorry. Maybe in 10 years. And here we go, so this is what I was saying about the white. Right, something doesn't just change it here. Let's go straight in with a brown brick. Sorry, I think that's orange actually. And that's our fireplace done. There you go, look, it pops out. Whee! So I might unbuild and rebuild that at some point. But for now, let's leave it in. It's so close to the end of the bag, I actually want to get finished in a way. More steps. I wonder where they're going to lead to. Going with this. Annoyingly, I've got my downlight right above it. Again, I'm just flicking forward and back in the manual, just trying to find, I'm going to say, interesting ways of building this. Oh. So I've got So I've got a really cool down like backlight, which is literally a lamp. My other lights are not that ghetto, honest. But it keeps, for some reason today, the filter, i.e. the bit of baking paper that I've put over it, keeps popping off, because otherwise the light is a bit too harsh, so it just softens it slightly. And that's what I'm considering doing, actually, some how-to videos of, there we go, just slow it down, so just in the middle of where you don't expect it to slow, suddenly there's a piece which takes an extra frame, which is nothing, it's 1/24th of a second, but it just suddenly makes it like, oh, that happened. I'm still laughing that someone called me cool earlier. I should have probably put some YouTube studio music over this so you could feel like you're watching something interesting, rather than me just sat here not even saying a word. Oh, we've got an axe. Where's the axe? I do love a good axe. I love putting stuff in hooks. It's so easy. It can be so much more interesting. So that, oops, I moved too much. Well, if that wasn't asking to be a bit of stop motion of a modern city Lego with a murder mystery inside the castle, who did it? It was Johnny with the axe, without a doubt. Right, I'm going to be honest, right now, I am guessing how Lego have built this. And that is no word of a lie. I'm at the end of the manual. And I'm just looking at the back. Yeah, it's a 4. I've only got a few bricks left. So I'm looking at the back. And going, dum. Right, that's a half brick. Don't know why it's a half brick. Oh, because that's half. I was going to say I've already done it on the other side, but I have not at all, have I? No, it's a 3 brick. And then, okay, so we need a plate to bring it up to standard height. And then a 3. And then another 3 on top, I thought so. I love this, how they've made a little room here Right. I'm gonna be honest, whenever I've built like mocks and castles, they're just big, wide open spaces. I'm no good at doing the little rooms. I need to practice more. The building sets that Lego give me is just a bit too easy. Now you see, this is more my style of building. Getting some 2x4s. Let's get that in focus. And just making a stairway by literally what's that? Black Hook. Could be the name of a villain. Black Hook. Got nice. It looked a bit strange to me there, but I think it's fine. So, if you've stuck around this long, or you've just joined, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm nearly finished this bag. I have got some more interesting live streams coming up, I promise-ish. So I'm going to do some Lego gaming. I'm not going to reveal what game just yet. Because you haven't actually destroyed it. Yes, I have. But I've got a good plan for some stuff to do. And I don't want to reveal it too early just because I've still got a lot of work to do to make it happen. But I'm planning on doing some game streaming of some classic Lego games, because I don't know if you haven't worked out already, I seem to have a lot of classic Lego stuff because I was a kid once, and that stuff is now all classic apparently. I actually heard, what was on, this probably will mean nothing to you if you don't live in the UK, but I was listening to Scott Mills on Radio 2, not Radio 1, the other day, because they've now moved him to Radio 2, and they were doing the golden years. And oh my god, it was stuff from the noughties, and it's like, well, that was when I was a teenager and enjoying these apparent golden years. And I just thought that makes it sound really, really old. There was a trick I did with this, with the tune that I just done. Right. How am I going to do this? There we go. Right. How long are we in? 1 hour 20. Right. Last bit of incredible advice I will give. There we go. Let's see how that looks. There you go. If you use a stick, a clear stick from the Sonic set or from loads of other sets, you can make stuff move. And then all you have to do is edit it out afterwards in your editing software. Oh well, I actually thought this was too See, here we go. We've nearly finished the bag 5. But let's be honest, this is only halfway through this section of the build. When you click the next, like the stuff here which isn't even finished, like there's a hook with nothing on it. This is not a finished bag really. They've just split this for ease of building and so that I can go to bed. Alright, that's it. The little haystack is the last part for today. Yeah, I'm going to leave it stuck down. Cool, so if you watched, thank you very much for watching. Let's give you some nice little shots of this. I don't know if I can really. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm planning on just doing a live stream for every time I build on this. It might not be the most interesting. If there's something you want to chat about, come and talk to me as I'm building. Keep me entertained as well. Please do. Anything interesting in the actual build itself, I will try and mention. Some bags like this one aren't going to be overly interesting, other than a piano, which I know nothing about music and try and blag. But yeah. Bag 6 I might do tomorrow. So these streams will be fairly random, so you might want to catch up on them if you are very interested. If not, I'll try and post on the community tab when I'm doing them. It might not always happen. And then yeah, there's a plan to start being a Friday stream. Well, it'll be a Friday or a Saturday. I'll probably put it up in the community tab in the week before, depending on what I'm actually doing, whether I have a life or not, of the build that I'm doing that week or of the game I'm playing. So if it's like a classic Lego game. And yeah, please check those out. Please hit that like, subscribe button. Looking forward to growing this channel. Last I checked, we're near 600 subscribers. I'd love to get over that before the end of the weekend. Fingers crossed I will tonight. But yeah, thank you everyone. See you next time.